Hello everyone, good morning. In last class we have discussed about physical changes. Now let's learn about chemical changes. Iron gates of parks or farmlands, iron benches kept in gardens, kept in the open gets rusted. At home you must have seen spades getting rusted when exposed to the atmosphere for some time. In the kitchen, a wet iron pan often gets rusted if left that state for some time. Rust is not iron. It is different from iron on which it gets deposited. That is, formation of rust is a change. When you leave a piece of iron in the open for some time, it acquires a film of brownish substance. That brown colored substance is called rust, and this process is called rusting. The process of formation of rust is called rusting. It is a change. The formation of rust is a change. Let us now look at more changes. Let's try breaking an egg and beating it for an omelette. Let's try to fry this beaten egg on a fry pan. Can we now get the original egg back? Do you like apples? Let's cut an apple into 4 pieces. After cutting the apple, can we get the whole apple back again? Not only that, a slice of an apple acquires a brown color if it is not consumed immediately. If you have not seen this change in color, cut a fresh slice of apple and keep it away for some time. The change of color in these cases is due to the formation of new substance. Evaporation is also a change. What happens when you keep some petrol in a bowl in the sun? After some time you see that the petrol starts reducing. This is an example of change. Changes can occur when two or more substances are mixed together. For example, when you mix water and sugar, the sugar gets dissolved in water. However, there has been a change in the property of water. This change becomes irreversible. Another example is that when you mix tea leaves with water and heat them, you will see that the change has occurred due to mixing of substances. In this case also, the change is irreversible. Get a small piece of thin strip or ribbon of magnesium. Clean its tip with sandpaper. Bring the tip near a candle flame or a gas burner. It burns with a brilliant white light. That is, magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling white flame. When it is completely burnt, it behind a powdery ash. That is, magnesium ribbons burns with a brilliant white light. When it is completely burnt, it behind a powdery ash. Does the ash look like magnesium ribbon? No. Collect this ash and mix with small amount of water. Stir the mixture well. Test the mixture with blue and red litmus papers. You can see that it turns red litmus to blue. That is, it shows basic character. Okay, burning of magnesium produce magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide is basic in nature. When this magnesium oxide reacts with water, that form a new substance, another new substance, magnesium hydroxide. On dissolving the ash, ash is magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide, when reacted with water, it forms a new substance, magnesium hydroxide. So burning of magnesium produces new substances. First one magnesium oxide and another one magnesium hydroxide. This is a change that we cannot reverse. So we can say that this is a chemical change. Let us check another activity. Reaction of copper sulfate with iron. Dissolve about a teaspoonful of copper sulfate crystal in a beaker and stir well. Add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the solution. You obtain a blue color solution. Take out about 5 ml of the solution in another test tube for comparison. To rest of the copper sulfate solution in the beaker, add a nail or shaving blade. Cover the beaker with a paper and leave it undisturbed for half an hour. Now compare the color of copper sulfate solution with the test sample in the test tube. Take out the nails and observe the color. You noticed that the blue color of copper sulfate solution changes to light green color. The iron nails are coated with a reddish brown deposit. Actually, copper sulfate solution enters a chemical reaction with iron nail to form new products, iron sulfate and copper. The iron sulfate solution is green color, whereas a reddish brown deposit on the iron nail is copper. That is, two new substances are formed as a result of this reaction. That is, when copper sulfate solution reacts with iron, it forms a new substance, iron sulfate and copper. This iron sulfate is green color while copper is deposited as brown color on iron nail. So this also represents a change that we cannot reverse. That is, we can say that this is a chemical change. Let us check one more activity. Reaction of vinegar with baking soda. Take about a teaspoonful of vinegar in a test tube. Add a pinch of baking soda to it. You would hear a hissing sound and see bubbles of a gas coming out. This gas is carbon dioxide. That is, when vinegar, that is acetic acid, reacts with baking soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate, it forms a new substance, carbon dioxide. Okay, plus other substances are also formed. When this carbon dioxide is allowed to pass through a freshly prepared lime water, another new substance is formed, calcium carbonate, which turn the lime water milky. That is, the turning of lime water into milky is a standard test of carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, it turns the lime water into milky. This is a standard test of carbon dioxide. These changes, that is, formation of carbon dioxide and turning of lime water into milky, are chemical changes that we cannot reverse. That is, a change in which one or more substances are formed is called chemical change. It is also called as chemical reaction. Now, let us see the importance of chemical changes in our lives. Chemical changes are very important in our lives. All new substances are formed as a result of chemical changes. For example, making an omelette from egg. That is a chemical change. Digestion of food in our body. Ripening of fruits, fermentation of grapes, etc. happen due to the series of chemical changes. A medicine is the end product of a chain of chemical reaction. These all represent chemical reaction or chemical changes. Some useful new materials such as plastics, detergents are produced by chemical reaction. So we can say that every new material is discovered by studying chemical changes. Effects of chemical changes. You saw that the burning of magnesium ribbon is a chemical change. Burning of coal, leaves, etc. is also chemical changes. That is, we can say that burning of any substance is a chemical change. That is, burning is always accompanied by the production of heat. Explosion of a firework is also a chemical change. Explosion always produces heat, light, sound and unpleasant gases that pollute the atmosphere. When food gets spoiled, it produces foul smell. That is also a change. Spoilage of food is also a chemical change. It is the process where a food product becomes unsuitable to ingest or unsuitable to take in by the consumer. That is, the spoilage of food is a chemical change. The change of color in a slice of potato, apple or brinjal are due to the formation of new substance. These changes also a chemical change. That is, a color change may take place because of chemical reaction or chemical change. So we can conclude that chemical changes may accompany the following: heat, light or any other radiation. For example, ultraviolet may be given off or absorbed. Sound may be produced. A change in smell may take place or a new smell may be given off. Color change may take place. A gas may be formed. Rusting of iron. Now let us learn about rusting in detail. This is one change that affects iron article and slowly destroys them. You know that iron is used in making bridges, gates, car, truck, ship bodies and many other articles. If you leave a piece of iron in the open for some time, it acquires a film of brownish substance. That brown colored substance is called rust and this process is called as rusting. For rusting, the presence of both oxygen and water or water vapor is essential. This is when iron react with oxygen and water. Oxygen and water are present in the air itself. So, when iron react with oxygen and water, it forms rust. Actually, rust is iron oxide. Its formula is Fe2O3, iron oxide. If the moisture content in air is high, rusting becomes faster. It is humid atmosphere favors the formation of rusting. We know that iron is used for making bridges, gate, cars, trucks, ship bodies and many other articles. So its monetary loss is huge. So we have to prevent rusting. Prevention of rusting. How to prevent rusting? Prevent iron articles from coming in contact with oxygen or water or both. Apply a coat of paint or grease. These coats should be applied regularly to prevent rusting. That is why we are advised to paint our house regularly, especially the windows. Another way to prevent rusting is to deposit a layer of a metal like chromium or zinc on iron. This process of depositing a layer of zinc on iron is called galvanization. Okay, the process of depositing a layer of zinc on iron is called galvanization. The iron pipes we use in our homes to carry water are galvanized. For what? To prevent rusting. You know that ships are made of iron and a part of them remains underwater. On the part above water also, water drops keeps clinging to the ship's outer surface. That is, the water drops fitting closely to the body of ships. Not only that, the sea water is salty. The salt water makes the process of rust formation faster. Therefore, ships suffer a lot of damage from rusting in spite of being painted. So, a fraction of ship's iron has to be replaced every year. This is about rusting. Thank you.